Have you ever dreamed of owning a home in the charming town of Port Perry, Ontario, but felt overwhelmed by the process? What if I told you it's actually easier than you think? Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Cody Sturgess and I'm a realtor from the Durham region, Ontario. And with me, you can experience the difference. Port Perry offers a charming community, beautiful landscapes, and a variety of property types. Buying a house there sounds wonderful, but how do you do that? In this video, we'll talk about some of the steps of how to buy a house in Port Perry, Ontario. Stay tuned and watch until the end, as there's a bonus tip for you there. So let's not waste any more time and let's get started. Let's start with understanding why you should buy a house in Port Perry, Ontario. The question should be, why shouldn't you? Port Perry, Ontario offers a lively mix of attractions for everyone to enjoy. From outdoor adventures to exploring local crafts and trying tasty foods, there's always something for someone to do. The waterfront scenic view provides a peaceful escape for relaxation and an appreciation of nature. But perhaps the best part is the friendly atmosphere where residents are welcomed with open arms, making them feel right at home. Moving on, now let's try to understand the real estate market in Port Perry, Ontario. In Port Perry, finding your dream home is as exciting as exploring its vibrant community. With the average detached house price of $1,105,843, there's a range of options to suit different budgets and preferences. Homes in Port Perry typically spend just 29 days on the market before finding their lucky owners. This shows that the Port Perry housing market is in high demand. Now, you can start preparing to buy a house. Buying a house comes with a lot of financial considerations. The first and foremost thing you should do is save for a down payment. This is the cost that you pay up front while buying a house, which can be a certain percentage of the price of the house, usually ranging from 5 to 20%. Don't forget to factor in the closing costs, which are fees and expenses you pay to complete the purchase of your home, separate from the down payment. These can include things like the appraisal fees, title insurance, and legal fees. When purchasing a house in a hot market, it's really important that you are pre-approved beforehand and know exactly what you can and can't do in the heat of the moment. Moving on. Hire a real estate agent. Most people in Port Perry, Ontario prefer to have a real estate agent by their side when buying. But why? The reason is really quite simple. Market expertise. We, as real estate agents or realtors, know the market inside and out. A good realtor by your side will guide you through every step of the way and help you with any problems that arise or get ahead of them based on their previous experience. Now, if you want someone that's a straight shooter, open, honest, transparent, and an excellent communicator and negotiator, you should hire me. And if you don't want that, you should hire somebody else. Whoever you hire, though, make sure they have an excellent track record of 5-star reviews. Now that you have a real estate agent by your side, what's next? Let's start the house hunting. House hunting is looking at various houses. If you've already gotten the mortgage pre-approval, you'll see the houses that fit the budget given to you by your mortgage broker. There are lots of ways to look for a house in today's digital world. And did you know that 97% of house searches begin online? That's a staggering number. Once we find a few that you want to go look at, when you work with me, I'm looking at many other things than the pretty shiny things that draw your eye away from potential problems. I look at all kinds of things like the topography of the land, the roof, foundation, HVAC, signs of mold, and repairs, amongst many other things. I will always recommend that when you find the one you want to put an offer in on, you also make it conditional upon a home inspection. They are true professionals that will give you a lot of great knowledge on the home so you can make a final, educated decision to buy it or not. Last but not least, we can now close the deal. In Port Perry, Ontario, closing a real estate deal is a thorough process that makes sure both the buyer and the seller are protected. After signing the purchase agreement, both parties will need to fulfill any and all conditions that were in the agreement. After this is completed, the paperwork will need to be sent to both parties' lawyers for review. Once an offer is firm, having a lawyer on your side is a must, and they're invaluable in many different ways. One way being they will do a thorough research on the property's legal records, also called title review, during the due diligence process. The buyer must run in, or in many cases in today's world, virtually go to their lawyer's office to finish the necessary paperwork to take possession of the house once all of the funds are settled and the keys are handed over. Now, the bonus tip. As promised, the bonus tip is understanding the local bylaws. A local bylaw is a set of rules made by the local government to deal with issues like public health, safety, and appearance. The Bylaw Enforcement Office in Port Perry, which is run by the Township of Sturgess, makes sure that the rules are followed. They're in charge of things like the property standards and noise control. Enforcement depends on people willing to follow the rules, but it can also include fines or court action if needed. To stay out of problems with bylaw, people who want to buy a house, they need to understand these rules. You can find out more on their website from the Township of Sturgess, and as always, it's just best to be kind and a nice neighbor. It goes a long way in today's world. If you found any value in this video and you'd like to see more content, click on the boxes on the screen and be sure to like this video and subscribe to my other socials. Once again, my name is Cody Sturgess. I'm a realtor from Durham Region, Ontario. If you'd like to get in touch with me, you can find my contact information in the description box below. Thank you for watching. We'll see you guys in the next video. And remember, you can experience the difference with Cody Sturgess Realtor.